Topic for today, Michael, something that's thorn in my side. Warning to anyone in the health and wellness industry trying to advertise on Facebook. Certain data is not being sent back to Meta, which means that they're not getting as many leads and sales.
Is there any sort of way that you're able to get around it?
No, we recognise that you're in the health market. We are blocking your domain from sending data back. It's just protecting people on these platforms, but from an advertising point of view, it's an absolute pain in the ass.
If you're actually trying to help people, you can't now reach the people that you want to be able to help.
So one of my clients actually got an alert the other day from Meta saying we're unable to retarget. It's like we can't get it to work. It just doesn't work. Dead.
That's the biggest thing with Meta, isn't it? Nothing is straightforward.
That's awesome.
It's clever, that, isn't it?
Immature. Good afternoon. Welcome back to The Fake Marketer with myself, Nick Boddington, and Michael Harris.
Here again.
Intro.
In James's stead.
Intro music. Ding ding. Welcome back, Michael. I thought I'd host today. Well, we just had the conversation who's hosting because James isn't here, and you've taken the limelight for the last 2 days. So James isn't here for this one as well.
Well, he's
three
here,
in a row.
He's here, but he's not here.
It's 3 in a row that he's not
giving
his time to the audience.
I can't remember what he said he was doing, but
he's not giving any time to the audience. Yeah. So what have you been up to, Michael?
just editing. I'm already ahead. Trying to get ahead because next week's another bank holiday. James loves that. Next week's another bank holiday and I'm away the Tuesday. So the vlog normally goes out on a Tuesday. So the vlog for next Tuesday is already done. I'm ready to go. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
It's a similar situation how it was with Rupert originally, where it was like every week James would come on here and be like, Rupert's going to be live, like Rupert's live, Rupert's about to be live, and it just kept going on.
And now it's Rupert 2's near here.
Basically. Here. So, but now I think it's actually here or nearly here. So that's good.
Yeah, and it's very cool.
Yeah, I had a look last night. It looks cool.
Yeah. Well, I just asked you about whether We've been doing my podcast, haven't we, in the podcast room, and they've been pretty successful. They look cool. And you've been cutting them up and putting them back on my socials because you and James like to cane me with my 200 views. And I've just seen my TikTok one, and the first one has had 691 views. Already. Now, when was this posted?
10 different hosts,
Does it say a post?
10 different apps.
It should do down in the bottom.
I'm in social media and I don't know what. How many hearts has this got? It's got quite a few hearts, you know.
That's good.
Coming 7.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so I don't know when this was posted. So I can't see. Literally taking me out the 200s and I'm straight up towards 1,000. So
1 day ago it says.
Okay, so we've got time to go yet. So
and it's had a bookmark as well. Somebody's bookmarked it.
Yeah, watch this space.
I thought I'll come back to this. This has got a lot of things to. Some of our clips have gone out for. I think our first one that we did, where we talked about Royal.
God, look at that one there. It's had
Kingdom.
That one's had 9,000.
Yeah, I thought it would because I put like hashtags for like mobile games and like Royal Kingdom, so I thought it would. So yeah, done all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
James's old hat now. We did also. I mentioned this to James, but. This guy replied again. We got a message from a guy. We did a podcast with Matt from the office here who works in vet marketing. And we posted those clips. And this guy basically said that he watched all of the clips because he said, I'm a vet with skin in the game as a practice owner. Which was asking like why we got into vets as a topic. But James had said for like if he was marketing a vet, he'd do something like he'd send like a postcard with a picture of like a dog's bumhole on it and just be like, I want to finger your dog or something, just really outlandish to try and get people to notice it.
Or you could, or another one, James, to make it a little bit better than get my dog's fingered, which is awful. He could, so my dog rolls his bum against the floor. You know how dogs like
Yeah.
And that's because he's got older now and he needs his glands squeezing. Mm-hmm. You know about that?
They did speak about that briefly on the episode.
Oh, did they?
Not in
So
full.
why don't you have the dog's arsehole, but then you just have, when was the last time you squeezed its glands?
Yeah.
something like that.
I think James thinks that like what he thinks is funny, like everyone will think is funny. So he's like, oh, if I just put that on a leaflet, like everyone would be like, that's class. I'm like, there'd be some people who probably wouldn't be like, that's class. But this guy did quite well. He said that they've got a board at a local football ground that says Wallace Vets tackling balls since 2004. So obviously it's like
Wallace
neutering,
tackling balls,
but also football. And I was like, that's very good.
Yeah,
then.
so not quite the fingering your dog tangler. I like the way he looked at the industry.
Yeah, so we.
That's great.
I sent it over to Matt, and he said, share my email with the guy, and he's just said thanks. So there you go. So people are seeing our things and getting value from it, obviously. But
yeah, brilliant.
There you go.
Okay,
Social media.
Topic for today, Michael, is something that's thorn in my side to talk with about privacy on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically warning to anyone, you could use this hook, warning to anyone in the health industry, health and wellness industry, trying to advertise on Facebook. It's become harder and harder and harder. So I don't know the exact law behind it, but in the EU, as you know, we've got GDPR, and we've got all this data policy stuff that's going on, and has been for a number of years, that keeps on getting, just harder and harder if you're so inclined to look into data policies. But Meta has decided that it wants to, even though Mark Zuckerberg put out that post, 2 months ago, where he's talking about easing off?
Yeah.
Well,
has anything happened with that yet?
Contrary to that, I don't think so. Well, no, as far as I've seen, it's got worse. So contrary to that, they've gone, every account that I've got, and including some big accounts, and they're in the health and wellness. So we've got Emma's Diary, we've got Chloe, who does like how to talk to people, how to become a better speaker on stage, which also leads into a bit of meditation and hypnotherapy and stuff like that.
You got the functional medicine guys,
but he's in the States.
Oh, so it's only even though you're running ads, it's only
so
where
in your events manager now, it will say. Basically, what started happening, you have a graph in Ads Manager, in your Events Manager and your business tools, which is basically like all the data points. So someone sees your ad, that person clicks over to your website or your landing page or whatever, data's collected there, and then that data is sent back to Meta. Yeah, so that's what your pixel is. It's talking to each other. And now they've done something else because we had the problems with iOS 14. Mm-hmm. That's now server to server. So Shopify server talks to Meta through the servers to try and get around some of these things. But anyway, if you now fall into any of those health industries, and bear in mind, you can't go and change your category.
Yeah, they just tell you what it is.
It's so clever with their computer that they look at your website, read it, look at your domain name, look at what your app, everything, and go, no, you can't lie. You can't get like, I would teach people how to meditate, but I'm in the automotive industry. It's like it knows. But now they won't send certain data's not being sent back to Meta, which means Meta's brain's not knowing who to go and show the ad to as precisely, which means that they're not getting as many leads and sales, which means their targets, the ROI is going down, the amount of leads isn't going around, the sales are going down. So it's a bit of a nightmare.
Do you know why that is? Or
just paranoid over data protection, basically. So we've got data protection like in the database industry. When I was involved in that, that was, you had to be opt-in for certain things. Or for an email, essentially, it's a grey area.
Yeah.
But people essentially what we're saying is they need to opt into your email. So double opt-in. So if you went on to say, I want to subscribe to this, you would then get another notification underneath it saying, are you sure you want to subscribe to this? Yes, I am. So you're doubling opting in. And then when we used to sell email addresses, you didn't actually have to, but a lot of people thought that you had to be double opted in to buy an email address for marketing purposes. Now, basically, all those rules still apply. They've obviously done something in the health sector. I don't know what it is. All I know is from Facebook's point of view of going, blocking, can't send this. We recognise that you're in the health and health market. We are blocking your domain from sending data back
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pain.
It's only that industry from what you've seen.
Well,
Well,
beforehand there was, so that's what's data blocking. There is another one which happened a year ago, where if you were in housing, financial, you had to actually build your ads in a different way, which meant you had to click. If you didn't click that you were in housing or recruitment, when you actually built your ad, it would then, you try and put it live, publish it, and then it would just say error. And then it would be like, we recognize that you were in the housing or financial, which means that essentially it's going to show people that should see that. It's just protecting people on these platforms. But from an advertising point of view, it's an absolute pain in the ass.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to sell something that's actually like beneficial. Obviously, if you're trying to sell like a scam product, I get it. But if you're actually trying to help people, you can't now reach the people that you want to be able to help.
Exactly.
Which is weird.
Exactly. So it's a bit of a pain. So that's a big thorn in my side.
Is there any sort of way that you're able to get around it? It just is what it is.
No. The other thing is one of my clients actually got an alert the other day from Meta saying who we have problems with this for. And luckily it's actually their ads, and they spend a lot of money, are doing fine. It's actually, they're having a really good time at the moment. So something's working on there, but we're unable to retarget now. So retargeting used to be a really good thing. Let's say we're getting someone's subscribing to their service for £1.70. If we retargeted everyone who's gone to that landing page or website who hadn't already registered, and then we retarget them and say, hey, don't forget to do this, that would then go down to about £1.30. And we'd probably spend quite a lot a day, a few £100s a day on that retargeting campaign. It then just stopped. It's like, we can't get it to work. It just doesn't work. Dead. So that's gone off. So they can't retarget anymore.
Well,
which is a pain. Which is a pain in the butt.
I think that's the biggest thing with Meta, isn't it? From what I don't run the ads, but from what I know when you talk about it, it's like nothing is straightforward, or like they don't send you a memo and go, oh, by the way, we're just about to change this thing. It's just like,
well, they did. No, they usually don't. You're absolutely right. But on this one, they have. Well, this is so it kind of answers goes along with what you're saying. They've sent us an email saying we're gonna get a bit tighter on the data that is going back. So some of your events that are set up, and an event is basically something that fires. When someone goes somewhere and they submit, that event fires, sends it back. And we optimize based on those events. Some of your events are going to get blocked in 60 days. Click here to learn more. Okay. But the learn more just takes you to a page documenting standard procedures for anyone. Doesn't tell you what events are going to get blocked.
yeah, just says.
Well, that's really, so it's complete. It could be our main event. It could be one of the little, if it's our main event, there's a chance we're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
And that's, yes, for me, that's bad because it's revenue of a client. Secondly, it's worse for them because they have problems. We obtain a lot of registrations, and if Meta was to go down, we'd have to replace that with TikTok, and TikTok is working for them, but it's a different beast altogether. So,
is the I've never really seen that advertised on TikTok. Is it very different?
Well, you're not having a baby, are you? So you wouldn't see it.
No, I don't mean their advertising. I just mean
right,
advertising
sorry.
generally.
You haven't seen advertising on TikTok?
No, I have. I'm saying I've never seen like the back end of when you're building ads for
Same.
TikTok.
Looks the same.
There's like a TikTok like ads manager or something.
Because they all have their own ads managers, and they're all built to kind of mimic Meta in a way, I think, really, because it's probably they're all stealing each other's stuff. They've probably all just basically gone, well, that one works and it's really successful. Let's just copy the way they've done it. So they all look, if you go into any of them, they're all kind of the same. Google's pretty different, but the rest of them are all pretty much the same. TikTok, LinkedIn, they all look the same.
So if you went into the TikTok one, can you do similar? Is there stuff?
I do exactly the same.
The exact same setup.
We use the same videos, everything. It's just a mimic in a different platform.
Yeah, I didn't know if it would be.
But it's taken a while to get the results we're getting now. It took a different learning. We've had to optimize differently. It's just a bit different. But no, so it's harsh for some people. People who are listening to this, people who are in health and fitness or health and meditation, whatever it might be. It's a lot harder for them to actually run ads.
Oh yeah, especially you can't really pick what sector you're in. Like it tells you you're in this sector and this is what we're going to do because you're in that sector. It's not. There's nothing you can really do then, is there?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the biggest thing that's going on at the moment.
I didn't know about that. I remember you'd spoke a while ago before about like how Facebook will like look at stuff and like with guttering where it was like, oh, that's a gun. Now your ads
you were involved in that, weren't you?
I don't think I was involved in it, but I remember you spoke about it on here.
Yeah, so that's just the computer or the AI at the time thinking that a corner of guttering that goes on a house looked like a gun.
It's crazy.
So the whole account got banned until that was sorted out. And that took about 3 weeks to get that sorted out. And it was just like, can't you just put a human on this to go?
Yeah, just look
it's not a gun.
Just look for a second.
We had to take that product out there, actual product catalog in Meta.
Wow.
To get it. Honestly, it's bizarre. So some of the things are just a bit crap, but otherwise good. But one of the things, to completely change topic, but go back to our podcast. So I've been just, it's a complete change. But it's something I want to talk about. So we've recorded a few different ads for the ads clinic, haven't we? Mm-hmm. And 2 months ago, just before I went away to South Africa, I turned my ads down because I was away, so I wouldn't be able to utilise them as much. So I turned them down, and the leads stopped coming in. They just weren't coming in as free. Well, they weren't coming in at all, really. And I was just like, what is going on with this? And we'd done some new videos and things like this. So now I've been literally pulling my hair out, as James would say, what hair you got left? Immature. So, because there is loads of hair. But, and Olivia had come back from maternity leave. I said, Liv, like, I need another pair of eyes in this. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, she did some simple things I thought I'd done, but Maya hadn't done. And she went back to a video that was running last year, which I didn't think was a successful video. And she was like, the data's saying that this was a video that you were getting leads from. So we've taken that video as it was and put it back into the ads, and leads are coming in again. And I've probably done 5 or 6, maybe 7 different types of creative since then. None of them can get leads, but I think I'm on the same topic. I think I'm leading with good hooks. Public don't think it. Isn't that mad how it's all just come back around just from that?
Weird. It's like, I suppose it's a bit like everything, you don't really know until you try it. No. It's the same with all of our TikTok ones. Sometimes I think like, oh, this video is going to go out and this will be on a topic that people will be interested in, and then people will watch that one and then it doesn't get any views, and then there'll be some other random one that will get.
So what have you learned? Views. What have you learned about from that?
Just put everything out basically. From what I've done with most of with like the vlog and with the podcast now, if it's a clip and it's like a coherent thing that people can follow, just put it out, because people, like, as I say, with the High Rocks one, like that episode, I don't think the episode itself got loads of views because I thought this is quite a niche sort of topic, because you have to kind of you have to care about marketing and also High Rocks events. Yeah. So we put the episode out, it didn't do amazing. I think it got about the views they normally get and downloads and stuff. And then it was just when we put the clips out, some of them just went to the moon. So I think it just happened to catch people who were already thinking about that sort of thing or something. So for the most part now, I'm just like, if it's a clip and it works, just put it out.
One of the things we'd said was before this podcast was you'd seen on my TikTok that one that worked well, and we're doing the text overlays now. Like, we could do 20 different text overlays for that same video. This is what I am Liv's doing. You should just go ChatGPT, 10 or 20 text, overlay onto those and create videos. And it doesn't really matter, because the thing with TikTok is, unlike Instagram, with Instagram, you kind of, people are still very much on their feed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what their reels look like and all that sort of stuff. Whereas TikTok is just put it up. I don't think, not many people actually go to the people's actual feeds and go, let's have a look. So they might see the same video repeated, but even if it is repeated, but it's got a different tagline, until you get the interest to look at the tag, or sorry, the text overlay and go, oh, that one's of interest, you're not going to play the video anyway because they don't autoplay. So you just keep on. Mr. Beast was in an interview with someone who has a serious amount of followers on TikTok, and they said, we just post the same video, but we just change the text, and we just fire them out like hundreds a day. And
does.
some of them just like...
Yeah, I don't think there's,
fly.
from what I've seen, I don't think there's really like a disadvantage to just putting as many out as you can.
No.
I don't think.
No. We got a visitor.
Here he is.
We got a visitor.
Special guest.
James in the house.
I don't think the camera can see.
No, I'm sure I can't. Just want to see if you wanted a coffee, really.
Yeah, I'll have coffee.
So I might fall asleep.
I'll have a coffee, yeah. Thank you very much.
I'm alright.
Rupert 2.0 is about to go live, by the way.
Is that
Rupert
actually
2.0 is about to go live. We were just saying, actually, it was like Michael saying when Rupert was being launched, it was like this week will be launched.
Yeah, Rupert's out. Rupert's
felt
about
the
to
same
be.
this time. Rupert 2.0.
So it's been interesting.
Yeah.
I now know why very few SaaS platforms make it.
Yeah. We're not one of those, though. It's not going to be one of those.
If that white?
Yes.
James, I'm okay. James's new role as like a little
Barista.
busboy.
Busboy. He looks like a busboy.
Yeah, I was going to say when you were talking about that, our like Rupert TikTok just looks like a mess, basically. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, it's majority of them is James's head, but there's no like rhyme or reason to them really. But yeah, a lot of them.
They stop. You do know what though? Obviously, I know him, but I like the way when I see them as shorts. They're all over my YouTube as shorts. And I like the way they sit there as shorts. It gets my attention actually.
Yeah, so as I
great.
say with these, I've not really like. I think back near the start, I was trying to put a load of thought into how they were going to work, but for now, I just kind of, if Opus pulls it out and it, has a start and an end that makes sense, I just stick it up. So,
But if you put a text overlay, so when someone goes onto that screen, or if they just see it in their thing, it's that text overlay which makes them think.
Yeah, they
like,
can
look,
see what it's about,
I'll
yeah.
listen to this actually. That's
yeah, because I still do that with the fake marketer ones. Like, I still put these like things, which
Yeah.
I think looks a lot, because then you can, if you're back
But look
here,
how many more views you get to that other Rupert one.
yeah, you could just be like, oh, I'm interested in, ad targeting problems, or my dad learns ChatGPT, like whatever it might be. It gives you a bit of a sense of what they're clicking on type thing. But I think from the Rupert one, it's just a time aspect normally. It's just, we want to just get them out.
Well, have you seen any marketing, Michael?
I've had a few that I tend to save them up now when I'm interested. I saw, I don't know what her name is. I don't want to, let me look up her name so I don't just say that lady. Rose Ailing Ellis. I don't know if you've seen this woman. She did like Strictly Come Dancing, but she's deaf. Do you know who I'm on about, this lady?
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's some show like that is either coming out or has come out on ITV, where I think her whole role is that she like comes in to help an investigation, and because she can like lip read, she like helps them.
So she can lip read it.
Yeah, because she's deaf,
But
and
you
then
thought you would give it a go to see if you could. Lip
yeah,
read
the
it.
whole ad was basically like, see if you can figure this out, and I was like, oh, this would be all right, and then
Could you figure any of it out?
no, and then they show like the subtitles at the end.
Watch closely. Can you see what they're saying? Did you catch that?
See what I mean? Like, apparently someone could just watch that and just get what those
Watch
guys are
closely.
saying.
Can you see what they're saying? Did you catch that? Look closer. Even closer. Not even, is it? Did you get it?
That's mad, isn't it? I think, do they show it now with the?
So what does it actually say? Let's see what it says.
Let me check the.
Because I can't read it. So they've got airlock systems. The vault is deep underground. Okay.
So now if we go back,
Can you see what they're saying?
so I
Did you
get
catch
it
that?
when
The first part they've got. I can see where
the vault is deep underground. Like, you can get it once they've given you the thing, but I'm like, because I watched this ad a few times because I was like, oh, I've got to be able to like work this out. I thought that's quite a good.
That's quite a good ad for
because it's an ad for
Getting
the show.
engagement, isn't it?
But yeah, it's also like because people will rewind and want to pause the ad
I'm
and go
surprised
back.
it's actually only got 329, but it's got a few people saved it.
Yeah, and there's some comments of people talking about like, oh, I tried, and but yeah, the point of the show is that they like bring her in because she's deaf and she can like look at CCTV and like work out what people are saying when the CCTV doesn't have audio. I thought it's quite a different way to do an ad for a show, but yeah, I didn't have a Scooby with that. So yeah, there you go.
So is this going to be a new TV show?
Yeah, it starts
Code of
18th
Silence.
of May. It started a few days ago by the looks of it.
What we're going to do, like, watch the screen and try and figure it out?
No, I think they're like trying to do an investigation, and they're like, oh, you know, we've got footage of these guys, but we can't figure out what they're planning. And then her as a deaf person comes in and can like read what they're saying and to help or something. I don't really know.
And it's her in the programme?
Yeah, she's that actress lady. That's quite cool, isn't it? So it was a bit
good.
different.
Yeah.
I just saw that and was just like,
Here it is.
nice. It's coming
Here's
back.
my coffee. So, go on, Busboy.
You said you got a new role now as a...
I've gone from podcast hand to evil.
So, on my last... wait a minute. On my first video of the new podcast style, 691 views. I've gone straight out of the 200s and gone straight into 691 with a text overlay. So watch this space. Every week I'll give you a little update.
Wait, no, it's not. No. You need to catch this first.
Not far behind.
Yeah, but the old one got you a client.
Yeah, I'll get more clients with this one.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I like the old content. I was the only one. You were the one.
You were the only one who liked it.
Yeah.
That's why I only got 200 views.
Me and that bloke.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
The new stuff's good. Better. It's just how it looks, and it's got text overlay in.
Looks a bit more
You
professional.
use Notepad for it.
Yeah, and then but then we're putting text overlays over the top.
We've got multiple camera angles. Yeah, it's professional.
You don't want too many angles.
See what I mean? I made a comment earlier on, didn't I, about something he'd say.
You were pulling your hair out and James was going...
There's not much left on that pull out. Stick a picture of my hair up on the screen.
There you go. Just,
How much hair?
From above.
you just come in just to be a menace.
Right, well that's it then, isn't it? I can go
You
and
got
drink
any
a coffee
ads
now.
you've seen there?
Oh, I haven't saved any, no.
It doesn't matter.
I haven't saved any ads, but I tell you what, I get a lot of these computer games.
You're all over those.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I may as well just burn this other one while I'm here.
Yeah.
I saw this thing on LinkedIn that made me stop the scroll, as they say. It was like some guy had like, I don't know how they fully did it. He like, this is how it looked in my feed. I don't know if it's just going to start automatically. I think he like 3D animated something where like the video comes out of the video on LinkedIn. You'll see I've like scrolled back to it. This is how it looks on feed.
God,
That?
that's awesome.
So obviously when it's in your feed, it looks
So hold on,
like
what?
it's...
So this is on Facebook.
No, this is on LinkedIn.
This is on LinkedIn, right? How have they made that come out?
So this is the post at the top.
Yeah.
And then this bit underneath is part of the vertical video as well.
Oh, very clever.
Because if you see it, like looks slightly
yeah, it
different.
looks like
I think.
it looks like it's his. Yeah, his. That's
So this bit at the top where it says like 200 million views and stuff, well, that's like a fake post, but then this whole square is the post, doesn't it?
yeah. Where
I think I make it full screen at one point,
Where I
which sort of
thought-
ruins the illusion. But yeah, because when you make it full screen, you see that it cuts off the top bit, but obviously that bit then feeds into the next. It's clever, that, isn't it? So I don't really know how people could use that, but I suppose if you like,
what a great advert.
it's just clever.
So stop scrolling. Seriously, I've seen a lot of posts on LinkedIn, but this one.
Just a cool idea, isn't it? So you could have like a video where it starts as a video and then the thing comes out of the video. Cool idea. I'm sure some brand will work out how it be like. I can imagine something where it's like someone's got like a product or whatever, and then they push it like through the video screen, like out onto the feed or something. Don't know
Or
how.
I climb out trying to sell the ad clinic.
Please don't scroll, please. I don't know. Yeah, it's.
I wonder if that costs a lot of money.
Oh, I don't know. I I'm trying to work out from a video perspective, because I always see these and I always think how I can understand it, and it's like, so you'd need quite a few people, because I lost it and I had to go back and find it. So it's like this is the post, and then this bottom bit is just a screenshot from a post.
Making it look like it's leading.
Yeah,
So making it look like he's walking onto someone else.
Yeah, so you'd have to screenshot, I think, like the top of your feed or top of another post, bring it up into the video, and then you've got your video here, but then like it's like an overlay where this comes out.
Oh, right, so it's Harsh Gupta.
I think the guy who originally posted it was this Chase guy, which is why it's Chase underneath.
Yeah, it's very good.
Cool idea. As I say, I don't know how replicable it'll be, but
quite hard to replicate that.
There you go.
Cool. Well, thanks again, everyone, for listening. Thank you, Michael.
We've had a James cameo. We've had an ad. We've had
meta
update. We've got it all.
Yeah, brilliant. See you next week.